If all you really want is some funny dancing character to add as a decoration into your game, that's something we can do. So there's my cool dancing character. There's all sorts of really interesting animations to check out on there, but unfortunately I don't think they're all that useful in our game. Okay, let's add some lava. I don't know about you, but I can't survive in lava very long. Losing all my health. Oh, I've finished on one. It's feeling pretty good. It's still a bit abrupt when we start the game again, but there's not much avoiding that. Still very nice. Oh, and I finished on 1 health again in the same video. And if I manage to score a goal, oh, then I'm going to be very lucky. Haven't scored a goal this time, so we're just going to go die, get the ball back. And I'm going to stand right here. That's the way to get a goal, do a bit of dribbling. I've repositioned my goal since the last video, just to make it easier for testing, so if I happen to completely miss the ball, it's still eventually going to roll its way into the goal. I've started using this explosion for all sorts of things in my scene. I've got some shooting happening, and every time I shoot a bullet, it's creating an explosion. And I've got some mines that can chase me, and every time the mines hit me, they cause an explosion to happen as well. And why wouldn't you use this for everything, because it's such a cool animation. And it looks kind of plasticky unless I drag up the metallic slider. Now you can see the metallic slider actually does something. It turns it more metal. So that looks pretty nice. Now, I think I want to be able to actually shoot some things. I'm going to make this Mixamo mutant volunteer for a bit of target practice. My mutant's been having way too much fun over here in his little corner, so we're about to ruin his day. Right now he's basically invincible. It's not quite that tall. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. He's pretty hefty though, so I'm going to make it a bit wider as well. Oh, look, he's right in the path of my ball, so I better do something to get rid of him. If I shoot this ball, it won't disappear. Oops. But I shot the mutant. And now my poor mutant, goodbye mutant, is going to be shot as well. Trying to make it always hit the ground at the crosshair is much harder. It requires some things called ray tracing. I mentioned the way to fix this. It's a thing called ray casting. I've added a whole bunch of mines to my game since the last video, and I'm in some pretty big trouble, because the second I start playing my game, all of the mines are immediately chasing me. And I think it would be a bit nicer if I had a little bit of downtime before I had to start running away from all these mines. If you've decided to make a fox character, then maybe you want to have a dog as your enemy chasing you around. It seems kind of thematic. I also don't know what most of these other settings are supposed to do, because I'm not particularly a car person. Got a similar thing here with friction slip. It says, if you don't know what you're doing, you should set it to 1. And I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm going to set it to 1. I completely failed at my attempts to make a realistic Cybertruck by hand, so we're going to pretend that that didn't happen, and we're going to go to the experts. I don't know what colour I'm going to make my car. Maybe a kind of a... what have we got? Purpley colour. Purple car. Matai. Feel like that might be too red. We'll get kind of a orangey colour happening for my brake lights. That looks about nice. Now we're finally ready to have our player enter and exit the car. So as a first step, let's drag a player.tscene back into our game and watch some chaos ensue. I should be able to see the mines chase me. They make me take damage if they get too close to me. If I go through the lava, I'll take some damage too. Oops. When I die, the game will reset. And if I make it to the coins in the far corner, then I should be able to collect them to update my score. There we go. I've still got a burning car. I thought a really cool decal to add to this car could just be some kind of silly hot rod flame going down the side of the car. And I was looking for it, and it turns out that not many of them have got a very open license, so I've ended up creating my own. Ta-da! The perfect decal for the perfect car. Look at that fantastic car. Obviously, you don't have to add the same decals as me. You can find any images you like to use as decals for your car, but those are my ones, and I honestly think that they're pretty cool. By now we've seen all manner of pretty advanced features in Godot, and we've gone on a long journey of self-discovery with the vehicle body. And you'll see it looks like my key has disappeared from the game, and in fact it has. It's no longer really part of the game. It's in its own little world 3D that belongs just to the sub viewport. I can still kind of drag it around in the 3D scene, which is weird, but it's actually in a completely separate little parallel universe. And I've got a little key icon, and then turn back on own world, so that it ends up in its own little world, all by itself. We've got our closed chest, it's locked, I grab a key, I hit E to open, and it spawns a bunch of gold particles. It should have also given me a score of 5, but it didn't. Why didn't it give me a score of 5? It just took a second. There we go. Why did it take a second? I didn't update the score label. Well, while we're here, since we've had this chest for 2 videos, why don't we update that score label? So right now we've got our awesome level 2, and if I'm on level 1 and I go through a door, then it will take me to that level 2. But if I'm on level 2 and I go through a door, and I won't make you watch me play all the way to the end of the level, I'm going to use this secret well-guarded door that I've got for playtesting. Then this door will take me back to the start of level 2. It's quite a common problem in coding that sometimes you don't realise you're digging yourself a big hole until you're right at the bottom of it. And the gamble of a lot of big tech is that eventually we'll learn enough to dig ourselves out of it, which is what we're going to try to do now. The name of this file format is JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation, but really it's exactly the same format as Python dictionaries as well. We just don't tend to call this file type Python dictionary format because PDF was already taken. And we've got thanks for playing, final score of 4, and a really cool dancing mutant to finish everything off. And the main menu button should still take me back to the start. That's it for this video. Except that I discovered during testing that if we click the new game button after we've gone the whole way through the game, we're not actually resetting your score to 0. I can pause anytime I like, I can pause even if I'm in the car. So that's the end of this video, and I think we're quite happy with that result. Except for one more thing I discovered during testing, which is that I can't actually click on any of the buttons in the pause menu when I'm in my car. Another thing you can do is you can change this little Godot icon to your own custom icon. I've already made a custom icon, icon.png. If you want to use this one, I think it's quite cool. I've made it by staging a little scene here using a sub viewport container and then rendering it to 2D and then just taking a screenshot of that. So this is my icon that I'm going to be using. The only thing that we completely lose on the web platform is my wonderful decals that I'd added to my car. But the good thing about Godot being open source is that this might not be the case for too much longer. This is one of the benefits of Godot being an open source engine, is that if something isn't working, you're actually just able to go in and fix it yourself. So that's our full feature-rich 3D Godot game cleaned up and exported for the web.